All right, welcome for another exciting episode where we talk about a couple things, websites, search engine, etc. So today what we're going to talk about is how you can see your ranking in Google very easily. Now it's been kind of difficult to see your ranking over the years. I know back in the days you could see how you rank for some certain keywords in Google Analytics, but then they removed this when everything got kind of secure with SSL certificate for websites. So there's one way you can go around this and find your ranking. So you just type in your business, let's say GraphM, that's our business, and see our ranking just right there by counting. Okay, I'm ranked number 1, but that's kind of stupid. You're gonna waste a lot of time doing that. So the amazing tip that you probably know or you probably don't know about is using Google Search Console. So first thing you want to do is head over to Search Console. So I'm going to click Start Now, GraphM. And if your site is not connected, you can easily add it. So you click Add Site, and it will walk you through a little tutorial. It's very easy to add your site, honestly. So, and when you're ready, you're going to start seeing this data. Okay, so in Google Search Console, one of the great area is what we call under performance, the search results. So you can see a lot of information about your search, your website on Google. So we see the total clicks, total impression, and that's for a period of 3 months. You can change your period. So there's lots of filters and things like that. But the one thing that people often overlook is this average position, because it kind of showed there, but it's not clicked by default. And this average position right now, it's kind of your average position for your whole site that you see. Here it's 42. It's for all the queries, all the pages, essentially. But when I click on this, you will see there's something else coming up, and also a new column in this grid here that gives you an average position for all the things that are very interesting, like your top queries and your page. So if I go here and I click this, usually what I like to do is unclick these ones. So I really focus on my average position here, and I can see the progression of it as well. So you can see how you're doing. And as you can see the axis here, so it started at 0. So you really want to go, you want to go as far as you can next to 0, obviously, because you want to be like a low position, which is going to be 1, which means you're first to show up on the results. And as you go down here, 40, that's kind of my average. Okay, so what is the average? Well, the average is the average ranking on Google, and how it's calculated. So it's very simple. So let's say we take two users, user A and user B. So user A, type in a search query for your website. Let's say top automobile deal, and it'll find you in spot 2 and 5 and 6. Then it will take the first spot, so number 2, and let's say user B do the same query. And now it finds you in spot 3, 4, and 5. Now we're going to use the 3. So we have 2 for the first user, 3 for the second user. Now we have a total of 2 search. So it's 2 plus 3 divided by 2, and it's going to give you an average of 2.5. Okay, so that's how it is calculated. Because you got to understand, with the same terms, it's possible you'll show up differently based on the user, where they are, location. There's different variables in there. So that's how it's calculated. Now, how can you use this? So this is very interesting. So let's check on our website, GraphM. So as you can see, we can see all the queries. You can actually, classify them here by position. So you can see graphim.com, we're averaging at 1. Website near me average at 1, which is kind of weird. I'm not too sure why. But then you can see we have also other terminology, and then we can see the worst one in the queries. So you can really dig down in that matter. So you can click top queries here, like this, so you can see the top queries that happened recently. Now you can go per pages. Now going by pages is very interesting, I would say. So let's say we take one of our article we had here, like Kajabi podcast. So we talked about the Kajabi podcast, essentially the features. So I'm going to click on this, and by clicking on this, it's going to focus only on that page. So you can see my average position for only that page over the time. And if I click on queries, now I can see all the queries for that page. So Kajabi podcast, and I can see their average position. So I can see how well I'm doing with keywords, essentially. Now you can always add total impression as well with this. So you can see how many impressions this keyword is doing on the search engine. And when we talk about impression, it means how often it will show up in a search. So showing up one time is like 1 impression, essentially. And you can add the click if you want. But checking the average position is very interesting, because you can really see how well you're doing for certain keywords in the ranking, and use this as a big advantage to tune your content. So let's say you have this page and I want to show up more for, I don't know, Kajabi analytics. So maybe I'm going to go in my article and I'm going to tune the content a little bit to add a little bit more keyword for Kajabi analytics and talk about the analytics and all that stuff. So it's really interesting. You can really use that to measure your effort as well. When you write an article, is this working well or not? And then you can really see what kind of authority you have as well in terms of the queries. Because if I refresh my page, click discover, I'm going to go back to search results here for the default. So the default, you can see we do really well on how to find 404 pages on your website. But when we check the average position, we can really see what's the average position, 1.3. That's really good. So we're mostly top on this query, so that's great. But let's say I'm checking this one, find for 4 hours. Maybe I can do another article on this to even climb higher for these keywords to become like an authority in terms of 404 errors on your website. So we can become like the top 404, I don't know, expert on the web. All right, so I hope this was helpful. So if you have any question, let us know. You can contact us. We can help you with your website and navigate all this data. And I'll see you next time.